Welcome to the Art Lady Home. Today is our plant-based mega potato. And I call it an ice cream sundae because it looks just as luscious as an ice cream sundae. But my son calls it the mega loaded, what did you call it? Mega loaded potato? A mega loaded potato. And what I do is I take this baked potato and I clean the skins real good, and then I put it on a 375 to 400 degree oven, and I bake it on just on a cookie sheet with some aluminum foil down, and I bake it for a little over an hour. And at the hour point I check it, I give it a little squeeze and pinch, and if it's not soft like you see here, when I push in, my fingerprint stays in the potato. If it's not soft like that, then you need to cook it for another 10-15 minutes. But at about right at around the hour point was when mine started getting nice and soft. And what I do is I just slice it once it's on the plate. I just slice it down vertically, and then I go ahead and I press and pull out. Press and pull out the skins here. And then we go ahead and let me mash it a little bit here. I think this was his fork. I mash the center down a little bit, and then we go ahead and start loading it and layering it. And what we layer it with is some refried beans. And what I did was I took some refried beans and I mixed it a little bit with some salsa just to give it a little bit of juice in this refried beans. So we start off with a layer of refried beans on here with the salsa, and place that on, and the refried beans give it the protein right in there. And then it's stuck a little bit. Let me slide it off on the fork. See how it's a little sticky? That's why I mix it with a little salsa. It was even stickier than this before I got it. I just took the can and microwaved it in the can of refried beans, microwaved it in the oven, and then after it came out, I mixed it with the salsa on top. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my salsa. I'm just going to give it a little shake, and I'm dumping it right from the jar. We are not getting fancy here, so I'm just going to dump it, and I'm going to kind of make it like a layer here on top. And then I'm going to take some of our homemade avocado guacamole here. And what I did was I just did this quick. I just mashed up 3 guacamoles, and I dumped in a little bit of salsa just to give it some little bit more moisture. And now I'm going to I love a lot of guacamole, so I load that on here, and so does my son. This one's actually my son's. He wanted the extra large baked potato. And so now we're layering it with the guacamole. And then we're going to sprinkle it. If you want to give it a little salt, I salted up my potato a little bit too before I did mine. And then we're using some of this bacon flavored imitation bits, which is basically, there's no meat product here. It's basically soy flour, textured soy flour, canola oil, salt, and a few other flavorings. Smoke flavoring. The only thing I don't like about this stuff is it does have some caramel color, and we try and stay away from eating anything that has that caramel color in it. But for this, just like you're eating bacon, that's a treat. So this is a little treat. And we just sprinkle it on. That's why I call it an ice cream sundae, because it totally looks... Ooh, I dumped too much. Way too much. Well, he'll really like that one. But it totally looks like your ice cream sundae. But there we have the very excessive... I might pull some of that off for him, because I don't want him eating all those bacon bits. But you're supposed to lightly sprinkle it, but you get the idea. But there is our gorgeous loaded baked potato right there. And there's a meal in itself, right? And so easy. Just wash the potato, stick it in the oven, and then pull out your ingredients from your fridge, your salsa, guacamole, and there you have it. What I like about the salsa is it gives it the moisture that it needs. The guacamole is in substitute for your sour cream. That gives it that yummy, creamy flavor to it. And voila, easy dinner, and it's healthy. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you do, or what else you put on here. Crushed up peppers would be fun on here. Diced up onions would be fun on here. Tomatoes. So let me know in your comments what you put on. And